Well, we shot in New Mexico and Colorado, and I really just wanted to show a changing landscape from a desert landscape in New Mexico as we journey north along the spine of the Rockies up into Yellowstone in Montana. But I don't think people realize just how majestic the American West can be.
Hollywood's always had sort of this really sort of tricky relationship with presenting Native Americans on screen. What makes this movie different?
Well, I think Hollywood's had difficulty portraying race in general on screen. And Native Americans have long been maligned in American films and in Westerns, and so often you'd have white people playing Native American parts, and that's really unforgivable. But what was most important for me was to get it right and to show the Cheyenne culture in ways that educated me and that hopefully will educate people who come to see this film, that speaks to this racial and cultural divide that we're all experiencing in America today, and that's getting wider by the day. And this film hopefully will speak to the notion of how we can better come together and better understand one another and gain enlightenment.
What was your experience like working on the film?
It was really wonderful. It was great to work with Scott because he did used to be an actor as well, and I found it very special to work with a director that has a background in acting himself, because he really understood how to explain to us what he wanted, and he knew when to step back or when to come and speak to you, to work with my great friend Wes and Christian again after all these years and be reunited with them. It was just, it was so great, and to be part of such a film that is so relevant to our times of what we're facing today, when it comes to, what we face as society, focusing on the things that bring us together rather than the things that divide us, and finding our power in unity. So,
what was the importance for you of portraying your particular character and of the movie?
Well, the movie itself, I think, is a step in the right direction in terms of casting and all, and change, improvement, that kind of thing. Sometimes takes a very long time to happen. It happens in steps, and I think that portrayals of Native Americans have begun to be improved, and I think it started perhaps back in the 70s. But it's a slow process. And it's a matter of how you write a script. How do you include and show more about each and every character that makes up your story? Native Americans in this particular story are a part of the story, but they are not central. We aren't the leads, is what I'm saying. So in writing that, you have to go with the lead, don't you?
Yes. Now talk about this, because this movie is absolutely, positively gorgeous. Where did you shoot? How hard was it to find the locations, and why did you choose where you shot?
Well, we shot in New Mexico and Colorado, and I really just wanted to show a changing landscape from a desert landscape in New Mexico as we journey north along the spine of the Rockies up into Yellowstone in Montana. But I don't think people realize just how majestic the American West can be. I mean, it's stunning. Every day that we'd be shooting, I would say to myself, ordinarily I would never be in these locations that people very rarely even get to go to. And it can show you just how beautiful America is, but also how even in such gorgeous scenic locations can things quite tragic take place.
Not nearly enough time to discuss this movie, but